Well, it's hard to believe, but summer's just around the corner, and a lot of people are planning their vacations right now. Vacations that are relaxing, but planning and budgeting and traveling not so much. So there are some things you can do right now to save money and reduce stress. Shirlene and I spoke with 7 on Your Side's Nina Pineda, who has some tips and tricks for you to plan your summer getaway.
Nina, so what is it going to cost to get on a plane this summer?
And you know what? Get ready for sticker shock, because especially if you want to go overseas, international airfares are the highest they have been in 5 years, averaging from New York City, I think about $1,030 round trip. That is up 40% from last year. Domestic airfares, a little bit of relief. Domestic airfares have dropped about 20%, lower than last summer, but still not at that pre-pandemic level.
That is incredible. I mean, it makes me want to just stay right here. I mean, this is where we need to stay, a staycation. But talking about where to stay, what about hotels? Are they up too?
They are. They really are. And you know, it's because a lot of people have that pent up, I haven't gone anywhere still because we were on lockdown for so long. So U.S. hotel prices are up about $237 per night you're going to be paying. That's 11% higher than last year. Top destinations for summer accommodations, we're talking your Vegas, your Florida, even New York City, up to 50% higher than it was last year.
Ooh, wee.
Yep.
Okay, all of that sticker shock. I still want to get away, right? How can I still save some money?
Okay, book ASAP. I know Mike's traveling this summer.
Yep.
You have booked. Your wife
Thanks
booked.
to Rhiannon. Yes, she did it all.
Yes, your wife booked. Your husband did not. Listen, that's not going to bode well this year because everyone wants to travel, especially for August. You're really in a sweet spot right now. You really want to book those August trips. And if you're not ready to book, do anything called a price freeze or a price alert. You can set alerts on your phone, and a lot of these apps like Hopper will tell you when that fare drops. You can book right away. And if you're not ready to spend the money, at least do a price freeze. It costs you a little bit, but you'll be able to go back to that airfare.
Wait, so you said August in particular, though?
Well, that's it's the busiest time of the year. That's when everyone's on vacation.
Noted.
So you should do this. Book for September. That's shoulder season. It is still wonderful weather. You're going to have less crowds. Not all of Europe's on vacation in September.
Right.
And you can really score some great fares and great hotels, less crowds, and you're still going to have a wonderful trip.
Which is easier to do when you don't have kids, right? Because that's the tricky part is people want to travel in the summer because the kids are off school. People try to always find these tips to save money. So is there a certain day or time of the week that you could book?
Kayak to tell me like what day to book.
What day? I always feel like it's like, like 1 a.m. and you're like,
I know,
I'm in the cloak of darkness trying to get these
Some
deals.
of those have been debunked. Okay. But definitely if you want to fly midweek, you can save at least $100 off your trip. Travelers who fly in the middle of the week can save an average of about 17% or $56 per ticket off your domestic airfare. And you also want to book that first flight. Try to book, it's hard to get up, especially with the kids, it's 6, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
But if you book that first flight, first of all, you're going to have a less chance of getting delayed or canceled because there's several other times you can go during the day, and you're going to be able to get out to your destination and save some money.
Okay, so should we expect another meltdown, cancellations, delays? How do we protect our trip?
We all saw what happened with Southwest, and it just seems like every time you get on a plane, it doesn't even matter what you're doing. They're trying to make some of those changes to protect travelers, but you definitely want to add some trip protection. So that's different than trip insurance. You can have disruption insurance, which means that if your trip is canceled or delayed, you have some recourse. So definitely it might cost you a little bit more, but protect your trip in some way, either with insurance or flight cancellation or disruption protection.
Yeah, it is incredible to see, and you mentioned the pent-up demand. I mean, people just are kind of ignoring inflation. They're ignoring all of these headwinds and saying, I have been inside the house so long and haven't taken these trips that they wanted to take.
Yeah, I don't care. Like,
they're just going to go.
Deal with it,
one bright spot is rental cars. If you're doing the Great American Road Trip, which may be an affordable option for a lot of people now with airfares so high, rental cars were so impossible to get during the pandemic, and they were very expensive. Now that we've seen some softening of that, that. So pile the people in the car and go on a great American road trip. You can even have this thing called geolocating, where in our area, if we want to take a trip to Connecticut or New England, since we're in this area, you can say, hey, do you have to the hotel any accommodations that can be cheaper for us since we're residents of the region? And you'll be surprised. They'll often kick you a geolocating rate. It's called geofencing, and you can get kind of an inside scoop and stay somewhere nearby for a lot cheaper.
You know what I have found? Can I give a tip? Am I allowed to give a tip?
Give me a tip.
Airbnb, sometimes you can pitch them a price. Pitch a price. Pitch a price for how much you want to pay for the place. And if they don't want to risk not getting somebody to book their home, you might get the price you want.
All right.
Just a little.
Thank you, Charlene, on your side.
No, I was going to say, that's great advice. I would say just bring more snacks. Just when you think you have enough snacks for the 3 little ones, they want more snacks.
Of course.
It's always
the thing on the road trips.
a good tip.
Great tips as people are looking forward to spending some quality time this summer.
And book ASAP. Come on, Charlene.
Yeah, I got to step it up.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, Nina.
I mean, this
Needed
is
that.
right? I mean, who needs to go anywhere when we've got this backdrop? Nina, you're awesome.
We can pretend.
Thank you, Nina.
You're welcome.
Well, such great information. We posted summer travel tips on our website, abc7ny.com.